Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are doing a how to contour and highlight a round face because that is just what I have. I've just learned different tips and tricks to make my face look a lot more slimmer, make this double chin not look as bad as it is, and just overall just make all of this look more chiseled. I hope you guys really liked this video. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and go ahead and click that words are hard. Click that red button down below to subscribe to my channel. I make plus size fashion videos and beauty related videos on this channel. Other than that, without further ado, if you'd like to see how I contour and highlight a round face, just keep on watching. Just to save some time, I've already done my brows and my eyes and some orange concealer for my dark circles. Starting off with foundation, you guys all know that I love using two different shades versus just one. Personally, I think it just really helps give my face a lot more depth versus just like one solid canvas. I'm going to start off with my darker foundation. This is my all-time favorite. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and this is in the color 110 Creme Cafe. So this is in 110, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a lighter shade. This is 108 Caramel Beige. I'm going to put that underneath my eyes, a little bit on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and a little bit of my chin. Now when it comes to applying any place that you want to highlight, here's the key. Instead of bringing the triangle way too on this side, you want to make it a lot longer. And I am just bringing it down on my face. Farthest I go is my eyeball right here, and that is it. The second you bring it more outward, that's when your face is going to feel a lot or look a lot more longer. And now I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I'm using the color in Neutralizer. I'm going to do what I did with my lighter foundation, and basically I am making that long triangle versus a wider triangle. So remember, make it long and then take your beauty blender and then blend that out. And you can see the biggest thing that I did is I'm focusing that highlight in the direct center of my face. The outer side is going to be all my contour to make that push back, and I want this to be up front. Basically, it's an optical illusion, and it's going to make your face look a lot more slimmer. So now I am going to go ahead and set my concealer. I'm going to take my Coty Airspun powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this over any place I put my concealer on, basically any place I highlighted, just to go ahead and set the whole thing and make sure it doesn't move anywhere else. Next step is going to bronze. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Palette, and this is in Caramel Toffee. Such a good bronzer. You can actually also, I think, if you're on the go, just use this as a contour too, but I just like to use it as a bronzer, and this is going to go just dusted around my face. The thing about bronzers is that you don't need any precision with this one, because you're just literally going around your face and you're giving your face that bronzy glow. Now I do want you to keep in mind that even though I'm not really precise with it, I still try to have it at this angle. This angle is going to really help with the cheekbones popping out. Next step is contour. So I'm using the BHS Cosmetics contour and blush palette too. This is the perfect contour, especially darker skin tones. It's cool tone, which is perfect because it's not going to make your face look too muddy. Kind of lost this, but this is just an e.l.f. tapered brush, and I go in with that right there. And here's the thing, do you see this curve? This is the curve you want to follow, and you want to make it that diagonal shape into it. Now the key is to have more of the product up here and less over here, because the second you have a lot more product over here, that's when your face looks a lot more muddy and just a lot more messy. I take a little and I just plop it right here. Can you see that? Boom, plopped. And take it and I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. And remember, I am following that angle right here. I'm going to take the excess product that I do have left, and I'm going to put it directly on the temples of my head. Now that we contoured our face, we're going to contour the double chin area using the NYX concealer for dark skin, I believe, and I'm just using that really dark contour shade. You want to make sure it's underneath the jawline, not on the jawline, underneath the jawline. You want to go right behind the ear, from right behind here, and then make that line like that. go back in with that beauty blender, and you're going to blend all of that out. Now that I did that, my next step is I'm going to set it. Now I'm going to set it with that same contour color that I used for the side of my face. And I'm just literally going underneath it again, underneath that jawline, and I am blending it out. You just don't want that line to be there. It just looks really funny if you have it. Now, one last thing that I did, I've noticed for me, my face, I just don't like this part right here. I know a lot of people like to bake their, I guess, their contour or like right underneath it, but I feel like every time I do that, it makes my face look whiter. Like I said, you want that face to look slimmer, and you want the outer part to look darker and the inside a lot more highlighted. So what I do is I take some more of that contour color, I go from my ear, and I do like a really sharp line down to my jaw. Just like that, and drop it down to the jawline. And once again, that's really going to slim down your face. Okay, so now that's it. That's all it is for the contour. Now I'm going in with my highlight. I'm using the new Mega Glow Wet n Wild highlights, and this is in Precious Petals. And oh my gosh, if you haven't tried this yet, you need to go get some. It's so good. It's a different way to wear the highlight as well. So instead of doing this straight line right here, like I said, if you go wide, your face will look wide. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from here, and we're gonna do a diagonal line, and that's gonna make our face look a lot more longer. I'm going to put on my blush and my lipstick, and I will be right back. And that's basically it. That's how I contour and highlight my round face, and it's very simple and very easy to do. I do have to be honest though, this is something I do not do on a daily basis. This is something I do if I go to a party or a big event or anything like that. Give it a thumbs up if this was helpful and if you liked it, and leave a comment down below if there's any other video you would like to see from me. Other than that, I will see you guys next week. Mwah.